Life is happening to us and we can't control it. Let's talk a little bit. We need to talk about this. All right, so today we're addressing victim mentality. We need to cut that out because we got places to be. We got progress to make. We got growth to grow into. Hello? Okay. In the current state of the world that we're all experiencing, we're going through unprecedented changes and changes that are happening more frequently than before, you know, like global changes that are impacting our daily lives. And so a lot of people, I feel like, can relate to this when we say that we are all carrying weight, right? The weight of the unexpected and also the weight of not, how do I word this? But I went through something where I was having heart palpitations. It's weird. It's uncomfortable to even admit it because I'm a very strong-willed person. I personally pride myself on trying to be mentally stable. I don't want anything, person, spirit, whatever, to get me out of a good mental state, right? I actually made myself stop and I meditated and I thought on it. Why am I having heart palpitations? And then I realized that it was rooted in anxiety because of my mind was in a cyclical pattern when things would slow down, especially at nights. Oh, it's the worst. I would think like, okay, there are all these things going on that I feel like are out of my control. Why is it happening? Why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. Like, I try to do the right thing. I genuinely believe in karma, or the law of you reap what you sow. Therefore, like, I try to live my life as problem-free as possible, as much as I can help it from what I put out, you know? And so I'm like, God, it just seemed like I was stuck for months and things that I've been praying for years. So when I realized I was anxious because of things not going how I expected it in my life, and because it was turning into like a cyclical thought process that was digging a hole, you know, I started recognizing it. So tip number one, pro tip, if you ever start feeling physical manifestations of anxiety, stop in that moment and try to assess what is causing it. And then disagree with it. The power of thought and speech is key. Whatever wording works will work. And even now, I can formulate kind of like a recipe, the words that I need to address the situation that I need to address, you know? So I was saying, I disassociate from the root of these heart palpitations. I disassociate from the root of this anxiety. I started out doing that. And one thing that I realized, which might be common knowledge, I don't know, but is powerful knowledge not to know, so I'm sharing, is that our thoughts impact our emotions as well as our physical health. Let me say that again, okay? Our thoughts impact our emotions as well as our physical health, right? So this is a little something I found just to kind of back it up. Some people, y'all don't believe me, okay? But we're finna break it down, okay? Here it goes. So it says, whenever you have a thought, there is a corresponding chemical reaction in your mind and body as a result. This is important to realize because it means that what you think can affect how you feel. And by the same token, if you are feeling poorly, you can change that by changing how you think. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. We live in a society. Girl, let me fix my hair. We live in a society where we are being bombarded by media and different thought processes and ideas and riches and lavish lives and this and that in such an overwhelming way. We take in thousands of pieces of information and ideas and thoughts. Okay, so that lets you know, first of all, to be mindful of things that you're taking in, and then second of all, to be mindful about the thoughts that you are thinking, because they are tools, right? So let me keep on reading. I digressed a little bit. It says, if you accept the scientific view that your thoughts are physical parts of your brain and that changing your thoughts can have an effect on your body, then you've just developed a powerful weapon. What this means is that if you want to start changing your thoughts, you need to be aware of the triggers of your thoughts and also the patterns of thoughts that you have in response to those triggers. I mean, they said it. They said it. And it's also biblical too. Guess who else said it too, girl? Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, the Father, Son, and three in one. The biblical principles, right, are not new ideas, but the blueprint. That's good. Yes, child. Okay, so let me try to bring it in. There are so many scriptures. I didn't even have to like have notes. I could just search it. Do not compare yourself to somebody who is doing what you want to do, who is where you want to be, as a means to demean yourself or as a means to belittle yourself. There are 7.8 billion people on this earth. Do you not know that you have a niche? You have a group of people that relate to you, your topic, your gift, your platform all around the world. It doesn't matter how many people are doing the same thing that you're doing it to reach the people that you're meant to touch. Rewind that and play it again. Especially if it's something that you feel you're supposed to do, start. The biggest way to prove yourself wrong, to prove the thoughts wrong and everything, is to start doing it. And another thing, remember what you already have. I came from Ghana recently, about 2 weeks ago, and this girl was talking about going grocery shopping with 50 cities. Yeah, it's like 8.64, not even $9 here, right? And those groceries were supposed to last for, how long is regular groceries supposed to last? You go grocery shopping, maybe a week to 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And that was not just for her. It was for her and her family. I don't know how many people. I know for sure it was for her and her mother. But I digress. At the end of the day, you are always going to have something to be grateful for. The fact that you are alive, even if you might not want to be alive, and I'm getting real here, you have so much that people would die for and are praying for. See the fortune that you already have. Wealth is not just materialistic. And if you do have materialistic wealth, appreciate it. There are so many things that people my age have that I don't, but am not racing. Get rid of competition mentality. That's why some of us feel victimized. Victim mentality becomes your own roadblock, because victim mentality sometimes comes with the fear of success. We end up, feeling like we can't try anymore because I always have X, Y, and Z, bad luck, whatever. No, we have to change it. This is all too real for us in many different walks of life, young, old, college. We are carrying weight. We are being held back because of anxiety, because of letting life victimize us. When everything is out of control, just stop, breathe, and realize that you can only do what you can control and hope for the best. Being human in itself is the grace of living flawed, making lemonade, out of your lemons, right? And so all I'm saying is don't carry weight. Do not allow yourself to be sick, to have anxiety, to be immobile, crushed, and just sitting in a corner like a heap of something when you already have a lot to work with. When you are alive, you have breath in you, and you can do more. Accept that you can't control everything around you and start to do what you can. And also another thing is one day at a time. A way to overcome victim mentality is taking things one day at a time. Reprogram your mind to endure, especially when your days are hard, especially when you really want to feel like giving up. Reprogram your mind to say, I'm going to make it through today. And then the next day say, I'm going to make it through today. And then the next day say, I'm going to make it through today. Before you realize it, you would have made it through years. A year would pass, 2 would pass, 3 would pass. I'm saying these things from what I've experienced myself and observed in others and with what they've shared with me. I got to the point in college where it was like a series of unfortunate events happened with my finances, with my family, and with my love life. Girl, never again. So I went through a series of events where it seemed like every facet of my life was out of control, and I got into a dark place and did not even know how to function. And I don't know how God sent it to me, whether it was a divine word, off of somebody else sharing it with me or whatever. But all I remember doing is honing in on one day at a time, and I was getting through the days. So that's why I want to share this. It's not fair, right? It's not fair, but what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let disadvantage beat you? No, you are stronger than that. You are stronger than that. You've been through worse. Control how it affects you and overcome it. It already happened. It already passed. Every moment that you spend dwelling on what has passed is keeping you from moving forward. So what's the point? Instead, embrace it. Maybe not so much embrace it. Acknowledge it. Say, hey, this is what I went through. This is what I experienced. Okay, I acknowledge it, but I'm not going to become a victim of it. I just wanted to encourage a sister too. And pray. Definitely, if you have any tips on how to survive anxiety, because I know some people's are so intense that they're like medicated for it, and etc., leave all your tips below. Let's start the conversation. Let's help each other out. Let's make something out of this stupid pandemic, and let's move on together, okay? Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and leave a thumbs up. And at the end of the day, share this if you feel like it'll help someone. And save it and play it again and again whenever you need it, okay? Whenever you need that little reminder, because I sure am. I sure am going to come back to this video and tell myself, hey, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. It doesn't matter that it's out of your control. What can you do about it today? Let's take it one day at a time. It's Elementalist K, and I'm out. Bye.